Thanks for joining us for the news at 6. I'm Morgan Romero.
And I'm Mark Johnson. If you're planning on heading up to Valley County, good news. ITD finally opened up Highway 55 today after that massive rock slide near Smiths Ferry forced it to close for nearly 3 weeks.
Long lines of cars waited outside the construction zone just before noon to drive through. Our Tristan Lewis was in one of those lines. He's back now in the studio and is here to tell us more about the construction and what people who live up there are saying today. Tristan.
Well, Morgan and Mark, you mentioned those long lines of cars. As we headed back down Highway 55 from Round Valley to Smiths Ferry, we counted about 70 cars waiting to get through. It was backed up all the way to Rainbow Bridge, but residents in the area are happy to see things moving again.
I live right down the road in Smiths Ferry, about 1.5 miles.
Joe Rogan and his wife have been full-time Smiths Ferry's residents for 3 years and have owned their cabin in the area for 20. In the 2 decades they've been there, Rogan says a closure like this has never lasted this long.
For the most part, except on a couple small occasions, they've kept to their schedule. You know, but it is a pain in the butt after sitting in line waiting to go to Cascade.
But he understands why.
The road was treacherous in some places, and they're doing exactly what has to happen. And if you think about that, it's just progress that needs to be made, because this is 55 is a major north-south route in Idaho.
A massive rock slide in the middle of November forced the Idaho Transportation Department to close down an area of Highway 55. For nearly 3 weeks, crews have been cleaning up and using those rocks to build a wall, also known as a buttress. It's a wall of rocks around 20 feet tall and about 400 feet wide.
It just took time. I mean, that's a very, very big project to undertake, and we needed to take the time to build it and then have our geotechnical experts go in there and assess it, and for us to determine that it was safe.
Even though residents like Rogan acknowledged the project needed to be done, they still had issues throughout the few weeks.
There are a lot of people here, not a lot, I mean small, that need to go to doctors and rehab and buy groceries and so on and so forth up at Cascade.
Luckily, residents in the area were able to use a not well-maintained back road to get to those necessities in nearby towns.
We actually had mail issues. We couldn't get mail for a while. I imagine, I mean, stuff happens. It's not like we're in the middle of nowhere.
And people traveling through should expect about 15-minute delays as crews do some additional cleanup and other construction activities for the winter. ITD mentions US 95 is still a good alternate route for travel between Valley County and the Treasure Valley. Mark and Morgan.
Obviously, Tristan, they're not working right now actively on the side of the hill, right? So there's no concern about anything changing between now and Christmas, right?
There is still some cleanup and some more work going on in that rock wall we mentioned back in that story. But as far as right now, you just have those 15-minute delays. Not too bad. We drove through it a couple of times. Didn't take too long.
Good backdrop for that interview, too. You know, Cougar Mountain Lodge is excited about this. Tristan, thank you.
Postcard for sure.